What's going on, Jerome's? So the Minnesota Vikings are extremely talented at dropping news on like a Friday afternoon, late Friday afternoon, or while people are sitting down to have a nice meal with their family, a succulent Chinese meal. Actually, every meal that I have is Chinese. Are you Chinese or Japanese? Anyways, but the Vikings, wow. So to a degree, all right, so headline first. Schefter, ESPN sources, Vikings are trading defensive tackle Harrison Phillips and a 2027 7th-round pick to the New York Jets in exchange for a 2026 6th-round pick and 2027 6th-round pick pending Phillips' physical. So we had thought about the Vikings potentially moving on from Phillips, and we were going to list him in the list of players, Vikings veterans, pay cut or cut, but then we saw they had a fully guaranteed $7 million base salary, and they were like, probably not going to happen. I honestly didn't think about a trade, right? And Harrison, well, first off, this adds another chapter to the dumbest rivalry in sports history, Vikings and the Jets. There you go. Also, a part and parcel of this, Schefter, as part of the Vikings Minnesota trade, or the Jets Minnesota. Who says Jets Minnesota? Fine. Trade, the Vikings agreed to pay $3.7 million of Harrison Phillips' $7.4 million salary this season, $7 million base, $400K in in-game incentives, blah, 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 per source. So the Jets get a defensive tackle and some savings to boot. So this is much more. So obviously, one for one, this is not about value, right? This is about Vikings having a position of strength along the defensive line, as well as this is a straight up salary dump. So the Vikings move about $3.5 million. Vikings have around $31 million in cap space right now. This seems like Kwesi's cooking something up. This honestly seems like the move before the move. All right, and I'm dumbfounded. Now, dumbfounded in a good way. And say what you will about Kwesi, dude is not afraid about being aggressive and taking a big swing to try to improve this team, no matter what. And you got to respect that, win, lose, or draw. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, right? But with Phillips, I mean, big props to Harrison Phillips. Team leader, spiritual leader, team captain, all that stuff. Came over from Buffalo, signed a second contract here with the Vikings, and great in the community. Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. He and his wife are amazing with the community, and he'll always be a favorite, right? But football-wise, it was kind of clear that his role was going to be changing with the Vikings. And you saw in training camp that Javon Hargrave was actually taking the last snaps on the nose. Harrison Phillips had been the right defensive end, 5 technique. And then you had the rise of Tiernan Dawkins, the rise of Jalen Redmond, who I think will sort of combine in aggregate to replace Harrison Phillips. And it's all about that pass rush. And I respect guys like Harrison Phillips, Jerry Tillery, Javon Bullard last year, great against the run, but pass rush wasn't getting it done. All right. And Allen Hargrave, TID, Redmond, Elijah Williams, LDR when he gets healthy. Let's go hunt. Let's freaking go, man. So I think that's more what this is about. The Vikings had a surplus of talent at defensive tackle, even though Allen and Hargrave are a little bit longer in the tooth. Also, you want to get some more reps for guys like TID and Redmond. And now the Vikings, they do have the salary dump. So what's next? Part of me thinks that, okay, there's not going to be a middle course for the Vikings with wide receiver. Either they're going all in and they're going to come away with Scary Terry or Chris Olave, who can hopefully stay healthy, or it'll be like a Band-Aid deal for like KJ Osborne or something, right? But I understand, Scary Terry's on the wrong side of 30, and I understand that he wants $30 million, but feasibly, the Vikings could do it for a year, right? There were some sort of patchwork 1-year deal for Terry, make him happy for a season, and you decide, do you trade Terry? Do you trade Addison? Go from there, right? But also, think about the 3D possibility. Jefferson, Scary Terry, Addison, let's go. I could play quarterback with Hockenson, Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason, Oliver, let's go. Come on, man. Come on. But as I said, for a mid-market team, the Vikings punch way above their weight in terms of drama. I don't get it. But like I said, this doesn't seem like the end of things. This seems like the move before the move. So, looking forward to see what happens. Let Kwesi cook. And that's all. That's all. Anyways, your thoughts on our thoughts. Harrison Phillips traded to the Jets, adding another chapter to the dumbest rivalry in sports history. Vikings and the Jets. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.